welcome to your weekday cup of the Word. This is Monday, and this is 1 Corinthians chapter 12. We're going to start a section here that deals with spiritual gifts. Chapter 12, chapter 13, and chapter 14 will all deal with the spiritual gifts issue. So let's just take a second to talk about what that is. In the first century, when the church didn't have the New Testament completely printed out and available the way we are so blessed to have today, God gave miraculous abilities through the Holy Spirit to make sure that the church could spread the gospel and know the truth and stand firm. These spiritual gifts were of all different sorts, and you can see a list of those different types in verse 8 through 10 of this chapter. The problem in Corinth was that those different gifts had gotten to the point where the people who had them were revered as being more special than other Christians and having a significant prestige. In fact, the ability to speak in tongues, which is the ability to speak in another language miraculously, was particularly revered in Corinth. Paul in this chapter is going to deal with the fact that those abilities are not important beyond the fact of fulfilling God's purpose. That every one of those gifts comes from the same God, and they're only tools to fulfill God's job. In fact, you can say that about every single ability, talent, and skill within the church. He's going to compare our differences and our diversities to a body. That you have fingers and toes, and they all have different functions and different strengths and different weaknesses, but they are all part of what makes our bodies a wonderful creation of God. The church is the same way. All different people with different abilities unified under one head, Christ. And in fact, he's going to say, the people who are doing the unseen tasks, the hidden things, the things that don't get the glory and don't get the fame, the behind the scenes things are often the most honorable and important tasks. So don't look down on those who don't have the special spiritual gifts. Think of it this way, that we are all tools in the master carpenter's hand. If we can all keep in mind Christ is the head, and we're all just fingers and toes and muscles in His body, then we'll have unity, and then we'll get things done. That's chapter 12, and that's your Daily Cup.